Hey everybody, it's me, Kenny K again, with a horror movie, slasher movie, which I actually thought was a satire or horror comedy at the least, and called Crinoline Head from 1996. It gets a 5.1, which that's the reason why I was attracted to this movie because I never heard of it, never seen it. It's during the Scream era, maybe before, maybe after, and this movie gets a three from me. It's just so ridiculous acted. I shit you not. I thought these actors were pulled straight from a porn set. And the director was a porn actor. They used now they used this VHS home video camera to shoot everything. It looked grainy. It looked bad. The soundtrack was bad. Now, the guy who directed this is Tommy Faircloth. Now, the guy did the cinematography behind the camera for great movies like, for example, Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance. Great movie with Sam Jackson. Remember? I mean, it's actually my second favorite Die Hard movie. Die Hard 1 being the most favorite one, and that one being the at least the third favorite one. But oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I didn't want to do this in my man cave. It's like 90 degrees here now. It's a heat wave for weeks, a heat wave. It's getting a little bit too hot tomorrow. It's getting frustrating. Yeah, I'm sitting here in front of a fan. So sorry for the display, the back display, but and above the heat goes. My man cave is above me, and the heat goes up. So no thanks. Um, Now you okay? Just let's start the main story. The main story is these college people that go to a remote, very remote cabin in the woods. Okay, and a situation happened there that apparently this guy and his mom died by, I'm guessing, something like a stroke or a heart attack, and it was in the middle of nowhere, and he was kind of, and he started to eat his mom, and when the police arrived, they found half of an eaten woman, and then he attacked the cops with a knife. So he went to an insane asylum, but he escaped 6 years ago. So, but the guy doesn't tell that when they're there. I would have told that story before we go, because if the killer is still alive, where is the most, I mean, obvious place that he's gonna go, right? The shack, I mean, the cabin in the woods where he lived. So the guy was into dolls, and when they captured him, he was wearing this crinoline dress. It's like a doll's dress, a white doll's dress over his head. So, pretty fucked up guy. Now let's talk about first talk about the guys, the guy actors. Like I said, you had I think Derek was his name. He's the organizer. He's a little bit of he's the normal one. Okay, you had that one, and I think Karen or Kathy. She's the normal one, and she wants to go there, but she doesn't want to go there alone. So she asks her lesbian friend to 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 go there too. But this lesbian friend is like, I mean, the definition of butch. She's standing there with her arms on her thighs, and then, and then I just want to have fun. I just don't want to have these fucking bimbos trying to squash my fun. She's no, 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 no. If you're with me, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, because she wants to go, to, for Derek. Then okay, you've got the two nerdy guys, but these guys are just, you got this guy with the most horrible haircut ever, like a female haircut. I thought it was a woman from behind, a bulky woman. No, he's a guy with glasses too. And there's this moment when there's also this douchebag guy, with the Lacoste t-shirts and the shawl around his, the sweater around his neck, the guy with the rich daddy. And sorry, I'm taking my coffee here. I know coffee with warm weather. They say warm, you gotta drink warm. That's better than cold with warm weather. Okay, there's to warm weather. Now, following the movie, this guy comes in, and the director, Tommy Faircloth, is in the movie, and I think he plays the guy who knows the stories, but he's kind of to himself, and a bunch of them think he's weird, and eventually the two nerds are like, "Don't be hard." I think his name was it Bodie or so. Don't be hard on him. Don't be hard on him. You shouldn't be. You fucking sphincter. Sphincter. I mean, okay, couldn't you say asshole or something? No. Come here, you fucking sphincter. I mean, okay. Um, then there are also these two guys are in the couch on the couch, and they're smoking, I think, pot, or they're drinking at least, and they're saying, "I think Derek's gonna get a job. His helmet's gonna be crushed." Okay. So these are the conversations. There is also a very awkward scene where the director character in the movie, the guy who knows the history of that cabin, he tries to explain, but nobody wants to listen. So it's actually not his fault. He wanted to explain before they went, but they're stopping at this cemetery for some reason. I think some of them had to piss, but then he goes on the cemetery, and there's somebody looking at him. You see it through POV, but like POV, the guys probably the killer, watching at him 4 feet away, and he's looking like. But he it was like a tree that had, like, this fork in the middle, and he's standing behind that, and is looking at him. Okay. And then he's startled by the douchebag guy, with the shawl, the Lacoste wearing, and there's this really awkward silence, and also the soundtrack goes away. So, like, you hear the soundtrack at that moment is birds chirping, the woods, people talking on the background, but then the soundtrack stops, and they're like kind of looking at each other, like, and the other guy. And then Sandra comes back, and you want to know some history? I don't want to know that shit. Okay. Okay. And it ends. It's so weird. And then from the girls, like I said, you got, I think, Kathy. I think her name is Kathy. Or Karen. I'm not sure. with her lesbian friend, and she has these curls, and I thought she was a black lady, but she was very black Latina, and she was into sports, but she didn't have that figure or so like jogging, athletics, shit like that. She was this stumpy figure with curly head, and she was like, there's Jenny, the Delta Kappa Psi girl, who has this fucking sailor hat on her head. She has the T-shirt and handbag, and everything says Kappa Psi. She's basically a walking billboard, and the way she's talking, I hope that everybody's gonna respect me because I'm Delta girl, and I'm the one who's the most important here. And then she goes straight to the lesbian friend. Hey, Butch, don't spoil my vacation for me, right, Butch? And she's like, I'm gonna spoil your vacation. You know what? Lick my hoochie, you piece of shit. And then, okay, but give me a cocktail and hold the crabs. Oh my god. Oh. Then this other girl arrives called Trish. She's a slut, but she wants to desperately be a Delta girl. So there's this moment when she's in her dorm room and she is like preparing herself. Oh right, there's gonna be boys there. She's making herself sexy, and then she's saying something. She's so flat in her accent that she, the Texan, South or North Carolina accent, a very Georgian accent. I mean, she's like, the boys are gonna get my poontang and lick my asshole, and they're gonna lick my cunt, and I'm gonna lick them back, and there's gonna be a lot of poontang action. Y'all know that. she, she's saying that to herself in the mirror. Then she goes, and when she arrives, so where's the group? Here? What a bar. Hey, Butch, take my luggage. And she's like, what the fuck are you? She's constantly want to fight these, you know, sluts and fucking weirdo sorority sister. And eventually, these are the female. Yeah, I think those were the female leads, and they go to the road to the cabin, and they stop for this hitchhiker who's obviously a guy dressed in drag, and he's like Aladdin, you know, Aladdin, but the girl Jasmine, I think her name was in the Disney movie, and he's dressed like that, and he's saying, hey, you looking for some action? And then and Trish is sitting next to him, and she's like saying, oh my god, let's get away from this creep. And then the creep is like, you're gonna eat my filthy tampon, you fucking bitch. I'm talking to him. And then she does this with her glasses. I wanna lick you. I wanna lick you. Oh. Okay, they drive away, and he's throwing things behind the cars and saying that I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. So I'm guessing they wanted her to be the kind of red herring, maybe a possible, sorry, it's a crinoline head, you know. The best name for, like I said, this movie had a sequel in 2014, and that one, because this one was, I looked some things up, and this one was well received by critics. What the fuck? And then the sequel in 2014 was badly received, only 3.1, and it's basically a sequel to this one called Dollface. And the thing is that I can put a picture of the killer. I don't care. It's just I don't think a lot of people want to see this movie. If you're in for a good laugh, yeah, maybe, because the kills are completely stupid. So one guy is looking for his bundle of celery, and the killer is behind and it's daytime. Everybody's there at the house, so the killer's in the house, and with his fucking crinoline dress over his head and a doll face mask, and he kills a guy with the celery, jamming it in his mouth, and that's how he kills somebody. I mean, there are a lot of these stupid deaths in this movie. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. So, like I said, I mean, the dialogue, the acting, the killer, fucking dress on his head, and then a doll face. I mean, the doll face looks creepy, but yeah. Listen, this movie, I'm not gonna spoil it for somebody who wants to see it, so they can see the unmasking of this baby face, crinoline head guy. Uh, but I don't recommend it. But if you do, maybe you get a laugh out of it and you want to see that. You know, it's so bad that it's good. And at some point, I had that idea. It's so bad that I'm laughing my ass off. But then the killer, the killer kills in this lame way, and the way he looks, that was over the top. And I thought, sorry, but if you want to watch this movie, pros, I think it's kind of so bad it's good, with humor. You're gonna laugh your ass off. You're gonna laugh your ass off. And that's the only positive thing that I can tell you about this movie. And acting is shite. Like I said, I really thought the director and the actors, especially the women, were just straight yanked from a porn set, and the guys were all stunt cocks. you know, the, when some guy can't come on set because he's kind of insecure, put a stunt cock double in there. I mean, I'm not sure. It looked like that. It was also filmed like that. It was. I would think a guy who did all those great movies would know his camera work, right? And his soundtrack. I mean, he learned from those experiences, and that's why he did that movie, because he learned from those experiences. He had a certain, you know, resume, but what the fuck? Any case, crinoline head. I don't recommend it, but if you want to get a laugh, why not? See you later, guys.